Hi, I'm Bonnie, and welcome to this week's episode at the Qkids Cafe. I live in New Jersey with my husband of 18 years. This is a picture of him. He owns a Shaolin Kempo martial arts school, and I have one son named Ben who is 11 years old, who you might remember from the Quick Tip Clip Challenge.
All right. That's right. We're going to do the Quick Tip Clip Challenge.
So the secret to a long-lasting marriage, that's a good question. I actually decided to ask my husband what he thought. And I said, maybe you should come on the video with me and we could talk about it. And he said, the secret to a long-lasting marriage is not to bring him on the video. And then I always have my favorite line, which is, happy wife, happy life. I think this all really just indicates that a sense of humor is really the most important thing. My nan used to say, if you could laugh at it, you could live with it. So try not to take things too seriously and forgive someone if they're having a bad day. I currently teach levels 1 through 5, and I pretty much like them all, but what I really like is the variety of the levels. With the little ones and the younger levels, you could be a little more silly, and I get a chance to use some more of my props that I wouldn't be able to use with the older ones, like my teddy bear, my pig, which is a huge favorite. With the older ones, you can have more of a conversation, learn about them, what they like, what they dislike. But some of them are also the too cool for school kids, and you have to deal with them sometimes not always wanting to be there and having to win them over and keep them interested in the lesson. What I usually try is, like we all always do in the introductions, get to know them, ask them about themselves, and try to remember their answers. So if you can relay it in the lesson, Bob said he liked dogs, and there's a dog in the lesson. I'll say, oh, that's right, Bob, you like dogs, or whatever it is. I think they appreciate that. It sounds like you're not just asking the question and like not caring about the answer, so it can create a connection. And then finally, if you could try to be funny in some way, not silly, because if you're silly, you're going to get the look. And I think we all know what the look is, just that you're not cool look and you're not funny either. So if you could be funny in a way that's not too silly or babyish, if you could get them to laugh, you can again create a connection, and then you have a better chance of participation. I'm sort of a prop gal. I like to bring other things into the lesson. I feel like it keeps it interesting. But hands down, my favorite prop would be the clapper hand. I have quite a few of them. I love them. They're so versatile. I can use them for the lower levels, and besides just being able to high five with them, it also gets their attention. A lot of them are surprised when you start doing this, and it really starts to bring their focus back to the lesson. I also will let them pick a color. Do they want a blue high five, a yellow high five, a green high five, and I let them pick, and they really seem to like it. To set multiple alarms. Obviously, some of the hours can be a little crazy, especially depending on where you live, and you don't want to miss your class. So I have my regular alarm clock, and then I always set my phone alarm clock too. When I was growing up, I wanted to be a teacher. There was a very chic teacher I had in elementary school who used to wear clogs, and she was very chic, and I always liked the little doodads that went along with teaching. And I would make my parents take me to the mall to a local teacher supply store, and I'd have them buy me all the little accoutrements that comes along with teaching, and I would make ditto sheets for my parents to have to fill out, just what they wanted to do after a full day of work is to fill out these sheets, and I would mark it with my red pen. And then one day, the ditto sheets had mysteriously disappeared and were never seen from again. Everyone claims they don't know what happened to them, but I think it is very suspicious. And then as I got older, of course I knew that I was meant to be Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I was going to save the world. But it turns out that after college, there really wasn't much of a need for that, so I had to go and take my career in a different direction. Thank you so much for joining me at the Qkids Cafe. Bye.